Hello guys, and here is your host Alex DrPuppet Weber for another edition of Esports Time. Today with a brand hot topic, and it's all about the guy living the Cloud9 roster. Hi. Today we're gonna talk about who is this guy named Hi, what is all about him, and why this might be one of the biggest moves of the off season. Alright guys, so today it was announced that Cloud9 High is stepping down as a mid laner for Team Cloud9, and he is going for the to the managing staff and will be something like a talent scout in order to coach not only the players in the teams but also every other Cloud9 esport athlete and scout for new athletes. So I want to talk first about, of course, of the League of Legends game and roster swap there, but also why getting High to such a position will be huge for esports and its growth itself. So alright, so let's start. Who is this guy named High? If you are new to League of Legends or aren't following the last 2 years of competitive scene in League of Legends, you miss on something that was intense and immensely huge of an impact in the NA League of Legends scene. Alright, so we had the first LCS split, a season 3 spring split, where TSM won the finals and was considered the best American team at this point in time for a long time. So they won almost every national event in season 2 and were really hyped at the time. But then a new rookie team qualified for LCS under the name Quantic Gaming, with the leader being High and the certain Cloud9 lineup, the Legacy, which I would call the future prophets or the NA overlords, or as how you want to call them, because they came by storm. They not only joined the LCS, upsetting every team possible, making an insane split. Like, I think they lost 3 games in that split. They had 3 splits in a row, playing under the name and brand Cloud9 that they built up together. Being a family and friends, always having that image of being the best friends ever, and ruling the NA scene. They destroyed at S3 summer split and got the first place. They got spring split 2014, when suddenly the summer split came and TSM took it back. So alright, why was this team so magical at this era? As Torin would call it, era, the C9 era of the NA LCS. So they had an insane impact. Like, they had a really solid bot lane with a very smart support called Domination. They had this guy in the jungle farming all over the place, getting big and carrying the team by himself. They had this AD carry that played so solid in team fights, or played everything the team needs, and of course a very solid top laner that could match with everyone in North America. And of course this guy in the mid, who not only was a very mechanical player, he could lane well almost against anyone in the mid lane and being the best at shot calling. At this point in time, I still would call High one of the best shot callers we had in whole League of Legends. Why? Even so, if you didn't watch any games of Cloud9 of the last 2 years, you can know that this guy is like the insane and the best shot caller, probably in my opinion, one of, if really the best shot caller I've ever seen. Why I mean that is, like, this guy managed, even when they were really behind in game, like they didn't need to be ahead, he would find a way to get back to the game. He always knew what to do, and really he might not be the best mid laner of all time, but we can say he's one of the best shot callers of all time. He managed to do to change games, swap games around, and you fear Cloud9. You fear Cloud9 all over the place. I remember this hype match up for season 3 quarterfinals against Fnatic. Literally, we were fearing that guy so much because their strategical play was insane. Their rotations were on point. They were a really, really good team already back then. Without that coaching staff thing for North America and Europe, they already had this strategical play and at a very high level. At a point in time where we Western teams were a lot far behind from the Eastern scene. So the thing is, they were insanely good. They had not only this godlike jungle that would farm everything so he gets huge and could carry and make plays for the team, where they had this very solid carries on top and AD carry and the supportive mid lane that will do everything he needed to do for the team so he could short call and carry them that way. So this was really insane. There were 5 really good players that came into LCS and took it by storm, and they had always this synergy that I've never seen before, to be honest. You can say Fnatic had a really good synergy in S3 Summer towards, and of course S4 Spring Split, I would say. You can say everything you want, but it's nothing close to the Cloud9 synergy. And if you ask any Cloud9 member, they will say they are a family. I think they showed that, they feel that, and you can see they mesh well, extremely well actually. So this is High. High is very a core part of the team, and now he's leaving. This is huge, not only for the team itself, but also for the scene. We will lose one of the best players at this game. So of course I can understand at some point he was really underperforming. He cannot play that much anymore because of his wrist injury. He wasn't even sure if he could even play the next split, and well, some Redditors might say he should have left the team afterwards after that lackluster performance. I don't know. I think they did the right thing to keep him for a while and try to get him back on form, and simply because they are team friends. And of course I wouldn't drop any of the maybe one of the best Western shot callers just because he's not performing at his best anymore. Or he of course he wasn't really performing well at the split, and I can truly understand that, but he was really good at shot calling and he carried that weight so many games, even this split. So he proved that he is a good player. He's just not being able to keep up with the mechanics. If he can practice enough, that's a very natural thing to happen at any point in time. So this is huge for this, and yeah, of course it's not only he leaving that might change the roster as well. I mean, they need now to get a replacement for him, and you're thinking about Incarnation, and I read in a few comments and that it was teased that in some streams they were saying it could be Voyboy. Some guys were saying Easy Hoon and maybe joking about Faker, even though Faker is like the most impossible thing in my opinion. I don't think Faker will leave SKT at any point in time. But let's talk a bit about Incarnation and Easy Hoon at this point, and maybe Voyboy. I'm gonna share my thoughts on this, and I think it was mentioned a few times already that Incarnation might be joining Cloud9, even though High would be performing or not. There was a lot of talking about this already, and I think it would be good because they will have an improve in here and improve in mechanicals, but they will lose a lot in the shot calling and other stuff that someone that never played competitively will know at any point jumping into the scene. So alright, so we have this prodigy that is famous for his solo queue, ladder standings, and his insane mechanics. Like I've worked with a few players on EOV that were playing against him in high elo, of course. They mentioned this about Incarnation. Incarnation is that guy that if he goes mid lane and he wants to play, he will wreck everyone. He could take every pro player in this server with ease if he just wanted to. They said that he is very, very good at assassins and very mechanical player, and that he could carry it this way very easily, but he doesn't roam well. Of course, he is not the guy that knows the rotations and stuff and strategical stuff. But like I'm saying, it's all from solo queue. So of course he will need to improve a lot in terms of rotations and strategic stuff. Maybe he knows how to use them, how to play them out. But one thing is knowing, other thing is performing. So he will need to step up a lot, even if he wants to be main shot caller of the team. I don't know if Meteors or Elimination could step up at this point, but I think there will be something missing if he joins. And even though if he joins, he has a very aggressive playing style. If you ever watched him play in any kind of solo queue game, his stream, or just spectator to the clients, you will notice if he wants to play, he'll go ham. Like he really go aggressive into lane, and this is something that wouldn't fit Cloud9 very well, because Meteor is not the type of guy that will be coming mid lane and get him fed so he can carry. He is the guy that will, alright, I can farm, so I'll take the farm, or hey, boss, can I do some stuff top lane, or what about Drake bot lane, let's go bot lane, all in them, and take a turret or a Drake or something. He's like the guy that will be going for the objectives and farm and going to the side lanes, not focusing on mid lane and make him able to carry. That's not the thing that Cloud9 ever did, and of course they could make this work, but I think this would be a huge shift and a really huge white card putting into player that never played competitively before. Alright, so this is my opinion on Incarnation. Of course I think he's good, but I don't think he fits the team perfectly well. He can make it work, sure. There are no doubts that he can make it work, but I think it would need some time. And if you look at the date, now we have April, so Summer Split is not too far away, and even qualification for Worlds won't be too far. And if they want to make Worlds, they should at least get around 4th place in the playoffs, and I don't know if they will be able to make it in that short time with Incarnation, comparing that he has due to none competitive experience, but being that mechanical god that everybody praises him for. So it's wait and see if they will pick him up or not, even though I think that's the most likely thing to happen. So other notable mentions from the comments is are Easyhoon. If you watch LCK or OGN before, Easyhoon's one of the mid laners of the actual SKT lineup, and he shares his spot with Faker. And well, he's a very passive player and more of the poke style player that will sit and farm mid lane, not really try to carry from the lane, and he will stay play safe so the others can do plays and farm and snowball, etc. He will do very good position plays in mid to late game and carry that way by landing his skill shots and playing his champ very safe and carrying that way, because he's a very mechanical player, but he's a safe player. He's not the guy that will go ham and carry that way. So I think he will fit. He would fit Cloud9 perfectly. Like he would be really good in terms of skill and playstyle. But the thing about communication and shot calling would be something else, and I think this is the bigger part for Cloud9, because I don't think they carry the games only by one player being really good at the game, but because they have a very solid communication strategy and strategical play. So yeah, if they could make it work, I think Easyhoon would be really great for them. Also, I think every passive solid mid laner could fit in that well, and maybe some other guy would have to take the communication parts, but I think this could work as well. Another mention that I want to talk, someone I want to mention here is Voyboy. I can't say how good he is at the moment, because I've not that stream looking guy, so I don't watch much of him streaming. Sorry, Voy, but I think he could he would be worth trying out. I think Voyboy was really very good at some point. He was a very solid player. He has shot calling experiences, of course, competitive experience. He might not be as good anymore, but if there's a possibility and he got better stuff, I can't really imagine he getting better over the 2 other mentions I did in this video, but still worth a try. And I think only because of the shot calling, this could be an option, but I think it's not likely that they will pick Voivoy. I can't remember any names that would be worth mentioning here, because I don't know who's a free agent at the moment and could fit the Cloud9 spot. So if you have any mentions to say, share it in the comments, and I'll be likely to discuss with you about their playstyle fitting into the Cloud9 team. So that's one thing. And of course I want to talk about Hai being a talent scout. So I think this will be the biggest move, in my opinion, of Western esports in the last few weeks. Like one, I think Hai is an incredible and smart guy. He knows how to play the game, League of Legends, very well from the mindset type of thing. He has a mindset. He knows how to coach, I think, because he has a leadership role. He can lead the team. He could lead the team to win only by making choices and throwing ideas at them. I think he is a very smart player, and he will be perfect for that talent scouting role. I think this will be the chance for esports to start getting and picking up players from solo queue, not only high elo tier players, but I don't know, maybe looking at some high platinum players. Like, oh man, this guy got it. Let's teach him the game and make him the best here. I think Cloud9 is doing the right thing, putting such a very valuable person to a talent scout role, and I think Hai will excel at this and maybe motivate other organizations to pick up someone like him that will only look for players at every esports possible and teach him how to be the best in any game. You don't need to know much about the game to teach someone how to be the best in something. You can teach him a lot about motivation and mindset and how to play in general, as not only the game. I think you can value a lot more other stuff than only the game in terms of getting the best, becoming the best. And I think Hai is one of the persons that can really teach that well, not only in terms of how to get along with these things and stress, pressure, and playing in front of a huge crowd. He is a very experienced guy in every terms an esports athlete might need. So this would be great, and in my opinion, this is a very huge move for an organization like Cloud9. I think they will really make not only their League of Legends team without back in shape, with Hai's help. I think this will be very, very possible and very doable. And also I think that Hai being that type of talent scout for the organization will be not only huge for League of Legends but also for others esports, and they will profit a lot of this move. And I want to say it's a very, very good job by Cloud9 doing that, keeping him there and letting him do what he can best, and that's teach and lead people to the goal they want. So I think yeah, praise to Cloud9 there. I hope you liked the video and could understand why I think this is a really huge move for not only Cloud9 but the whole esports scene. And if you want to share your opinion or discuss my opinion in the comments, I'm here to talk with you, so feel free to leave a comment there down below, or just message me on Twitter at ALWM9. So if you like the video, don't forget to give a thumbs up and share your feedback in the comments down below. If you don't want to miss out on any action, follow me on social media. The links are down below in the description. And of course, if you don't want to miss my next video, just click on subscribe. And guys, this was #esportstime with your host Alex DrPuppet Weber. Thanks for watching. Adios amigos. Bye bye.